Again, this is going to build your mouth muscle memory, that you are habitual of using that word. Whenever you want to use that word in future, you'll find it easier to use it and you will be able to use it. So this is a great study plan. Hi everybody, how are you all? Hope you're doing great. So welcome back to another session of learning English with me. Today I'm going to tell you a study plan. So I have an awesome ready to use study plan for you that you can use anytime. Preferably, this particular study plan is a morning study routine that is going to help you a lot. Now I know having quick and easy to follow study plans, study routines, they are very important while learning English because they give you a targeted way to learn English effectively in a very limited time period. And how to create a study plan is always the question. So no problem at all here. The problem is getting solved because I'm going to tell you a study plan that you can follow as it is. So are you ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK. And you're watching Speak English with Shivangi. Before beginning, I would like you to please subscribe the channel because you get one English video lesson every day. Like the video and share it with your friends too. Okay, coming back to today's lesson, that is study plan. Now this study plan is perfect to follow in the morning. This is a focused morning study routine, a 20 minutes morning study routine. Now why in the morning? Because morning is a time where you are fresh. Whatever you learned, you can apply it throughout the day. You have lots and lots of opportunity to apply whatever you're learning in these 20 minutes. These 20 minutes, they are not just any kind of random learning minutes, no. You'll have a very targeted approach where you're gonna read, review, write and speak. So there are total 4 stages in this particular study routine, which I have divided in 5-minute stages. So these stages will help you cover almost every area of English regarding skills, vocab and your speaking. Okay, let's begin with the study routine. So number 1 is prep. For prep, you need a newspaper article, any newspaper article. It can be either a physical newspaper or you can go and search a newspaper article online. Now online there are lots and lots of websites of Indian newspapers, international newspapers which provide you about the current updates, whatever is going on around the world in English. They are English, totally English newspapers. So they are a great way to update your information, keep yourself updated about the world, check out the news, what's going on, and plus practice your English while doing so. Reading news is a great way to develop English in the morning. Now let's begin with the 4 stages of this particular study routine. Now the stage number 1 is to read a newspaper for 5 minutes. Now, reading a newspaper is important. Why? Because if you pick any novel, if you pick a book, whatever you're picking up, the thing is that it can exceed either the time limit or you might not find sufficient information that you're looking for. So that will give you a good reading practice, but the other areas that we want to focus on, that's learning vocabulary, learning phrases, that might not get fulfilled. So a newspaper article basically provides you a comprehensive read of 5 minutes. So any newspaper article would be a great read that you can complete in 5 minutes, come across a number of vocabulary, words, phrases, and update yourself with whatever is the language that is used in that particular article. You can get good formal phrases, you can get good casual phrases, words, new words that you don't know, and plus you'll know how to use them in a sentence because they are already being used in that particular article. So reading for 5 minutes is important and I call this input stage. It's like input or discovery. You're getting an input. Reading is something that you take, intake. So you're taking in the English that is required for you to practice throughout the day. the good model of sentences and everything. Now in this stage, reading stage, I do not want you to focus on finding out meaning. You're coming across a word, trying to check out the meaning, trying to check out a particular phrase you came across. No, not at all. You have to read and you have to search. Now give one read to the article, and when you're reading, try to segregate words into sections, like easy words that you're able to guess the meaning about. Try to guess the meaning, note down the word that you're coming across, and guess the meaning. Try to guess that whether you know it or not. Then there are going to be words which are completely new to you. You cannot remember ever hearing them, reading them. You are not able to guess the meaning even after rereading the lines. That is, they are difficult to guess about even after the context is provided. Now, they are the difficult words for you that you need to master. So make 2 columns, easy words, difficult words. When you're reading, just record. You have to just record. That's it. Do not stop reading and look for the meaning. No. You're reading a particular paragraph, you came across a word, just write it, continue reading. Now, same goes for the phrase. For phrases, I think 2 to 3 phrases, if you're coming across 2 to 3 phrases, that's fine. You don't have to divide them up. No, phrases are just that simple. Give a heading phrases and then note down the phrases that you come across. Now, what is the minimum amount? What is the word limit? How many words should you search? How many phrases should you search? I'll say 5 is the least number of words that you should at least write. More than 5, it's up to you. However many you want to, you can write. That's totally up to you. But you need to write at least 5 words. 2 easy, 3 difficult, 3 easy, 2 difficult, your choice. But you need to record 5 words at least. And with phrases, I guess 2 phrases, they're fine. 2 phrases at least. If you're only able to find 1 phrase, that's okay. That's also totally okay. But at least find 1 phrase too. So 5 words and 1 to 2 phrases, that's necessary for you. Okay, now coming to stage number 2. So this is the stage number 2. Again, we are going to give 5 minutes to this particular stage. And the stage is learn 3 new words. So this is the vocabulary stage. I call this vocabulary. Stage number 1 was reading. This is vocabulary. Now in vocabulary stage, you might have recorded 5 words or you might have recorded more than 5 words. But we are aiming to learn 3 words now. So turn to a new page and write down the 3 words that you have learned. But you have to do some research now. You have to learn the words. That means you have to go check out the meaning, the definition, and the example sentences. So 3 things that you need to do. The meaning or the definition, that's one and the same thing. Then 2 example sentences. So 1 definition, 2 example sentences, total 3 things that you need to write down. Write down the meaning, the definition, and 2 example sentences. Understand how the word is being used in a particular sentence. If you are short on time, learn 2 words. And if you think you can cover 3 words in 5 minutes, that's good. You can cover 3 words too. So 2 to 3 words. 2 is minimum, 3 is maximum. Do not exceed 3, no. Learning more than 3 words in just 5 minutes, that's not practical. You will not be able to use them. You might feel that you have learned those words, but they will not be useful for you. So keep it concise. Quality over quantity. Focus on quality. So 2 to 3 words. Your choice, either 2 or 3. This stage is just for vocabulary. Remember, vocabulary. That's it. Nothing else. You don't have to go back, read the whole article. You are right now solidifying the 3 words that you want to learn, or maybe the 2 words that you want to learn, so that you can use them later on in your day. And in order to do that, your 5 minutes should be solely focused on those 2 to 3 words. So that's your stage 2. Now stage number 3. Stage number 3 is the phrase stage. So you have to give again 5 minutes to learning the phrase. Now it depends on you that you can change the frequency of minutes. For example, you have 3 words, you can take 8 minutes to learn words in the vocabulary stage, and then you can cut 2 minutes from the phrase stage if you only have one phrase to learn, because one phrase can be learned in 3 minutes. That's enough. The 2 minutes are going to go waste. And then if you're compromising your time during the vocabulary phase, then you can adjust. So it's up to you. Total stage 2 and stage 3, they need 10 minutes in totality. How you divide that, it's up to you. You can keep a timer if you want, so that you don't exceed the time if you are short on time. But if you have more time, if you can take liberty, it's up to you. So 10 minutes in totality. Now the stage 3 is the phrase stage. You must have come across few phrases while you were reading the whole article, maybe an idiom, a phrase, advanced phrase. You have noted down the phrase. If there are 2 phrases, excellent. If there is 1, it's okay. Now go check the meaning and then check how they are used in a particular sentence. Again, you'll get to see what is the meaning of this fixed phrase. They are fixed phrase. They don't change. Their meaning, that never changes. That's a fixed meaning. For example, break the ice. So break the ice is basically to break the tension in a room and to keep the atmosphere light, especially between new joinees, people who are meeting each other for the first time. So if you come across such phrase, try to check out the meaning, write the meaning, write 2 example sentences. Once again, same thing, you have to repeat what you do with the words, what you did with the words. So whatever you did with the words in the vocabulary stage, we are repeating the same process, but this time we are learning a phrase, a particular phrase. Now stage number 4. Now this is the last stage, and again we are giving 5 minutes to it. And in these 5 minutes, what we are going to cover? We are going to cover writing and speaking. Now this is stage number 4 is your application stage, or you can say you're creating some kind of output. You're applying whatever you have gained through these 3 stages. You have to apply. That is, you have read about a topic. Maybe it was a sports news. Maybe it was a news about political issue. Maybe it was a word news. Whatever was the news, you have to summarize it. You have to write a short summary of the article that you have read. And you have to use the 2 words that you learned and the 1 phrase that you learned in that particular summary. So you're doing a writing practice. Give 3 minutes to it, 3.5 minutes, 3 to 3.5 minutes. They're fine for writing a short summary of about 70 to 80, maybe 100 words. That's enough. Do not exceed. And use those 2 words and that 1 phrase. This is your application. You are solidifying whatever you have learned just now. You're applying it, and this will help you remember the words, the phrase, and also this will help you in applying them whenever you want to use them in your conversations. So when you want to use them in the real life, you already have a practice of using the words and the phrase, and it will be easier for you to use it. Now the speaking practice is also going to get covered. That is, once you're done writing the paragraph, read it out loud. This is going to be your speaking practice. So read everything out loud, speak it out loud, and this is going to provide an excellent form of speaking practice for you, where you're also speaking out the words that you've learned and speaking out the phrase that you have learned with context in a particular sentence. Again, this is going to build your mouth muscle memory, that you are habitual of using that word. Whenever you want to use that word in future, you'll find it easier to use it, and you will be able to use it. So this is a great study plan, just 20 minutes in the morning, where you can use your 20 minutes to improve your English. Okay, a bonus tip that I want to give you is that if you don't find time in the morning, you can also do it in the evening. But why do it in the morning? Why it's important to do in the morning? Because in the morning, almost everybody, they read news, they get updated. You open your social media up, you check updates. Why not use those 20 minutes to get updated about what's going on in the world, so that you can discuss something with your colleagues? I'm sure You go to office, you go to college, and you discuss what's going on around, what's going outside in the world, what's going on in your country, don't you? While doing this, if you're gonna give 20 minutes just to your English right in the morning, you'll be able to use whatever you have learned throughout the day. You'll get ample and ample of opportunity to use everything. The sentences that you have read, the structure that you have read, you might be using it in the day. You will not even realize it, but it's gonna be a very positive start for you for the rest of your day. Interacting with the English that you want to learn right in the morning gives you ample and ample of opportunity to process it, whatever you have learned. And you can always come back and revise whatever you have learned in just 5 quick minutes before going to bed. So can you see the impact is so huge? Just giving 20 minutes in the morning and maybe probably just 5 minutes right before going to bed can help you a lot in improving your English. That's why morning study routines, they work really well. So that's it. That was the lesson. This is a 20-minute morning English study routine that I'm sure you're gonna love. Do give it a try. I suggest do it twice a week. So 2 times studying English in the morning, that's enough. For the rest of the 5 days, it's up to you which time you're gonna select to learn English. It's totally up to you. 2 days in a week, right in the morning, that's completely fine. So now I'm gonna see you tomorrow with a new lesson. Till then, everybody, take care and bye.